Was good, YouTube Nation? Gamebo Plays here. We're going to be playing some Viego Lethality in the jungle today. You might be asking yourself, why are we playing Lethality? The reason behind it is because his Q, Blade of the Rune King, not the item, that's the name of his Q, and his R, Heartbreaker, are both physical damage, which is what Lethality helps increase the damage of. So this is a good build for getting your own resets, because if you've played Bruiser Viego in the past, you'll notice that sometimes, since your Q passive is giving you on-hit damage, based on their current health, you can get them low, but you can't get that final finish on the kill. So this will get your own kills, and we'll get into the item choices as we get to them. This will also get you your passive when you get the kill, and that will reset your cooldown of R if you're level 6. And 6 and above, and it gives you the enemy champion's basic abilities to use. Keep in mind, post 6, if you do R again while you're transformed, you will go back to your original form with your original abilities, and if you had already used R, it will not be there anymore. Viego is quite a strong jungler thanks to his passive of his Q. It also, the double tap passive gives you quite a lot of health back, so you're quite healthy when you're clearing, and it allows for, healthy ganks, but also decent invades, as you're pretty strong with your kit. His ganks are strong thanks to his E, Harrowed Path, allowing him to sneak up on his opponents and get a nice charge Spectral Maw, his W, stunning and allowing for a nice setup for your laner or you to get either a flash or a kill. One thing you may not know about Viego W is that you can use it as an auto attack reset, so similar to, let's say, Rengar's Q. So we're going to show you an example of that if you don't know what I mean. But keep in mind, the stun duration is based on how long it is channeled. So don't always close range W, and don't always long range W. Use your judgment based on the situation that you are put in. For your first back, you're going to be wanting to use Tiamat, or getting Tiamat, because it helps with the clear, and the active is just a little bit extra damage. And like I said, you want a lot of damage early game to mid game to snowball very hard, because late game, if you're playing right, you get a reset, and that should be winning a fight. Your first item is going to be Profane Hydra. That's a pretty nice item, because if you remember, your on hit with your Q will get them low, the passive from on hit on Q, but it's current health, right? So when they're low, you're going to do much less, if not any, damage from that passive. So you're going to want something like Profane Hydra, which actually does increase damage if they're under half HP, which, I mean, a combo from Viego, no matter what the build, should take them under 50% HP. Next item, we're going to be going Collector. The reason behind this is also similar to Profane Hydra. You have an easy time getting them low, a little bit of a harder time killing them. Obviously, your R does do missing health damage, but you're not always going to have R up, so this kind of bridges the gap. His R also increases damage based on critical chance, so that's just a little bit extra damage that we're getting from his R thanks to Collector's crit passive. Next, we're going to be going Edge of Night. At this point in the game, you're going to be pretty strong, especially for snowballing. You don't need that much more damage. However, Edge of Night will give you the damage you don't need, but you could use. But it'll also give you a bunch of health and a nice, Black Shield sort of effect for one ability. So that's very nice. Next, these next 3 items are specific to this game, but you can kind of do your own judgment. I think the 3-item core, being Profane, Collector, and Edge of Night, you could probably go every game. Maw, Wit's End, and Kanik, and Jackshow were specific to this game. However, they're all still good items. It's just so happened that I was against a lot of AP in this game. So Maw, like I said, it's like getting a Sterax, but for AP. It still gives a lot of damage. However, it gives you quite a lot of survivability against any magic damage that you may come across. Wit's End, since Viego double taps when he hits an ability, thanks to his Q passive, you will be proccing on hits a lot. You'll be getting PTA within 2 autos as long as you hit an ability, and it's just a lot of consistent damage. You also like the tenacity from Wit's End, and obviously the magic resist. The attack speed you can kind of do without. Kanik Rookern, similar to Ma. It helps you a ton when it comes to magic damage. It's just a nice shield to have going into fights, and you already have enough damage at this point that you don't have to worry about it. Lastly, we will be going Jack Show. The reason behind this is we don't need the Edge of Night anymore, because at this point, everybody's abilities are doing so much damage that you kind of want to, don't just block one thing, you want to just be strong throughout. So with Jack Show, you're going in, and before you get that reset, you're going to have 35% bonus resists to just get you to that reset, and then hopefully that reset will turn into a winning fight. Alrighty, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. 32 kills, quite a high octane game, very fun to play. We almost threw it, but that's just what happens when you're playing for the content. 49-50, almost 100 kills in under 40 minutes. That's a banger, if you ask me. This is a shorter style video. I don't know how much it's going to end up being, but we are trying to put more game audio and less on the voiceover and just getting straight to the point. So yeah, either way, if you did like the video, I would love to hear about it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day, and I will catch you at the start of the next episode. Peace.